green light, go, go, go.
Here's a look at Assetto Corsa Competizione with the settings maxed out. The resolution is set to 1512p or 70% resolution scale of 4K to mimic the Xbox One X version somewhat. The system I'm using is equipped with an AMD Ryzen 7 3700X downclocked to 3.6 GHz with SMT. The GPU I'm using is an NVIDIA RTX 3060 Ti, which isn't exactly as strong as the Xbox Series X GPU, but is somewhat comparable, at least when it comes to games running using backwards compatibility. As you can see, the game is clearly having some issues maintaining 60 FPS at these settings, which is why I dropped down to Epic settings to see how that fares. Epic settings guarantees a more consistent experience for sure, but you can see that it still exhibits some dips.
Car on the right, clear on the right.
Lastly, when I dropped down to high settings, I found that the game ran at a locked 60 FPS. This makes for an interesting comparison because the Xbox Series X version runs at a noticeably lower frame rate, which really makes me wonder if the developers chose to drop the visual quality on the Xbox Series X version a little bit, whether or not they'd be able to maintain a consistently stable 60 FPS on that console. In future videos, I'll be taking a look at the rest of the backwards compatibility library for Xbox Series X running on a PC with this hardware configuration. The goal is to see that if such hardware can keep up with the Xbox Series X when it comes to performance in these titles, as well as if additional visual features could be added to the Xbox Series X versions without impacting the frame rate.